So hey, we're live. Today it's me, Sterling Marie, and his Real Housewives of Potomac Wednesday. And oh god, guys, nobody's here yet, but when you get here, I'll give you a couple minutes. But in the meantime, this is Whose Side Are You On? And this is Krista Marie, Reality with Krista Marie. Again, Whose Side Are You On podcast. That is on Apple, Spotify, and where all you get your podcast platforms. And also, it is always on YouTube. If you want to watch me do the crazy live, then come over here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I am here at 12:05, 12:15. I'm here now. Me and my shiny face. But this is Potomac, guys. I don't know who's here, but if you guys are in the chat, that you have your comments. But also, can you guys please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that crap. If you're going to be a replay crew, which is amazing, I appreciate it. I don't know if you're getting notifications. It looks like you guys are when I go live, but I can tell you all the time anyway, I'm here. It is always Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've pretty much been sticking to that and a half. So Fridays are so much fun because it's Real Housewives of Salt Lake City right now in Beverly Hills, and I have so much to say about it. And no, I did not watch the episode yet because I wanted to get through Potomac. This might be my last Potomac because I don't know if I can do it anymore. Let me drop the con link because last time I need everybody's mad. You guys have this is an open panel. Anybody can call anybody's opinions. I welcome everybody. It doesn't matter. Hello. Let's chat about this. Or here's a call link just in case. Hello, Realty Connoisseur. If you and hey Mimir, remind everybody that if they want to call in, they can. But yeah, let me get into this, okay? Because this is fucking irritating. This is irritating. Okay, so first of all, before we even get into it, where does Nneka, okay, smiling, laughing when she was freaking out, right? When Wendy's freaking out, like she got her when they were looking back, right? So we're looking back before they even start the episode. We're looking back at it's not fun to watch. I dropped the call link in case you want to call in. I agree. And I agree with other content creators. It's getting hard to watch. Like, I feel like I cursed already. Because, Trashley is a trash bag. Okay. Inviting all these people somewhere, like, I don't know. Why would you, like, first of all, you want to invite all these people to where? To Austin, Texas? Great, fine. But none of these people are getting along. I don't know why Candace would even go. I don't know why Wendy would go. It is not a safe space for them. Okay. This is not a safe space. Okay. We have Robin who's deflecting from her goddamn life and her confessionals with her figure skating thing what she's wearing, and I can't with her deflection from her life. Giselle reflection from her life, and I'm like, please, girls, don't go on this trip. Do not go on this trip. This is a bad idea. And Trashley, whatever you're doing, put in before we even get in. She puts Robin in the penthouse. Are you out of your mind? I'm sorry. What happened then? Because she's had a bad year. She has not had a bad year. She is a co-signer with that bad year, my friend. Knock it off. She co-signed for this shit, okay? She chose this. Okay. And Karen did her confessional, her new confessional. She did. Now, this is funny that them three going like shopping, right? They're in the store and they're shopping, right? And it's Candace and I'm not Candace. It's Karen. Now, who was in the shop? I'm lost already. Giselle, Mia. It was and Trashley, the ones that don't have a dress. Trashley has gotten worse. She looked great last season after she had the kids. Her style has gotten out of control. Her hair is out of control. I don't know what you're doing. What did you doing? Karen's new confessional does look amazing. She does have a new confessional. I'm very proud of it. I'm happy about it. Thank God. Okay. And we had, it's just Giselle shows up there and Mia shows up. Mia looks like a bag of shit, first of all. She tells them how they're staying in the 5-star hotel. And Giselle wants to know if they're staying in a 5-star hotel. And Trashley says, yeah, it's a nice place. We're staying in a hotel. So yeah, it's a 5-star, blah, blah, blah. And also they're also talking, right? And when they're talking, Trashley's face gets very strange. Her mouth, and I know I keep saying this, but her mouth is weird. Her mouth is making this weird thing. I don't know. It looks funny. It's like she can't speak. And then they're talking about something about Karen being on cracker juice all week. What in the world is happening? they give Robin the best room. I know. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I don't understand. I don't get it. Trashley said that Nneka, so she says Nneka comes into, this is what she said before they even get there. Nneka comes into the group and she wouldn't come in and she wouldn't lie. Ashley, I'm sorry. She wouldn't lie, just like Sesame Street wouldn't lie, right? Just like your friend Sesame Street, like she wouldn't lie. So why are you're bringing this girl in? And Nneka clearly is lying. She's also hiring bots to go after people, which is crazy. Okay. Like Wendy, I don't know. And they're saying now Wendy's a liar and they shouldn't. And Wendy, she should know what her mom's doing. And they're all in on it. And then on what? What, Giselle? I'm confused, Giselle. Did you not accuse Chris Bassett of SA last season? Basically, kind of doubling down on it now. Basically, now I'm saying that he drug you into a room and tried to SA. I'm lost because Ashley, your friend, Sesame Street gets no credit. So your friend Nneka now gets no credit. And let me tell you something, Wendy, too. We know, Wendy. Like, it's coming off very odd. I kind of understand where Wendy was going with, I don't know her like that. Just say I don't know her like that. It is a whole story. I know it was weird that Ivy, and now I'm catching up. Ivy is Nneka's sister, right? Or something. Somebody's sister, they're sisters, and they gave her a lot of gave her a lot of, I don't know. It was odd. Again, why didn't Wendy bring her in? Again, are we trying to get rid of Wendy? I'm confused. So now I feel like Bravo is trying to get rid of Wendy and replace Wendy. Because why didn't they have Wendy bring her in? She knew more of her. Apparently, according to these two ladies, they know more of each other than this one, that one does, and Candace. I don't even know. How does Trashley even know her? Because Trashley, Slobyns, and Giselle have it out for the Osefos. And the Bassett, it's clear. And they hired Nneka too. They brought her on because Nneka, every time she should have been cool with Wendy at the airport. I think it was at the airport. Why are you starting shit? Wendy's trying to be cool with you. But I'm jumping ahead, I guess. But it just, I couldn't. I didn't understand. I was like, what is going on? I don't understand what's happening. Like, we're all going on a trip to Austin. Why are we going to Austin anyway? I don't understand what we're going to Austin for, but we're going to Austin, staying in a 5-star hotel, and you give Slobyns a penthouse or something, which I think Bravo even pays for this. And let me tell you something about the other rooms. You know how much they cost? They're less than $200 a room. The ones that the other ladies got are less than $200. It was the same hotel that we stayed in when we went to the event on the tour with Adam's tour in New York. That's the same hotel. And I checked the thing. They're very cheap. Okay. She is a retard. I don't know what Trashley is not the only one. Is she? Her and Karen are the only ones talking to everyone. But again, I don't know why she has to go to a drag show or something there. Is that what it is? I don't know. Like, I don't. Again, Trashley. You have people accusing other people. Yeah. Well, first of all, your husband's suing Candace. So hello. I don't know where all this, like, you have to give all this credit to Nneka, and you're saying, oh, because she's so educated and everything. Well, so is Wendy. You're not giving Wendy the same credit that you're giving Nneka. Trashley, who has nothing. Trashley, who also implied a very long time ago that Candace was nobody and she was the least of everybody. Like, she has nothing compared to the rest of us, and she didn't. And she did, brought herself back up. Like, she worked her way up. She went to school. You guys have nothing, okay? That's the thing. Like, I'm trying not to be mean, but I can't help it because Bravo's not protecting these ladies, and I don't want to see this anymore. It's sad to watch. It is. I agree. Like, it is sad to watch these women act like this. They're going after people's families, and Bravo is going along with it. I don't know where they're at. I don't like this media company. I think it's Shed Media. I don't know. I don't like what's happening. Trashley, we are not going to accept that your friend is not a liar because your other friend was a liar that you brought in. Remember? Sesame Street. I don't even know her real name. And we have something coming, right? Because, again, one of your friends is a liar. And we know that Giselle set her up. Knock it off, Trashley. Okay? And I'm like, and I said, how much motherfucking sense does that make? Yeah. They choose not to dismiss Nneka. Said she's coming correct. And yeah, and look, they've only known her for like 2 minutes, right? They've literally only known her for 2 minutes. Slobbins sat down and had lunch with her, and all of a sudden, Slobbins' opinion, it means something. Her husband is a whole ass cheater and a whole ass effing fucking liar, right? I'm just gonna curse. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm mad. She's a whole ass fucking. Her husband's a whole ass fucking liar, and so do you, Slobbin. So you don't get to say either. You don't get to say that Wendy's not good and Nneka is. Like you really don't say shit. And Giselle, you really shouldn't say shit either. Trashley, your husband Michael has got caught with his pants down, and don't say that you're fucking divorced because you're not. You're not divorced. You're not even separated. You were doing the same thing that you did when we met you, except now we just know that your fucking marriage is bullshit, and that you know, he fucked you with the prenup, and now he's not fucking you at all. He got caught fucking other people. It's like crazy to me. And we're supposed to take Trashley's opinion, right? That, oh, Nneka's not a liar. Trashley, shut the fuck up. And Giselle, I'm really sick of your fucking confessionals. Accusing Chris Bassett of this shit. Thank God he didn't get a fucking pickleball. We don't need to ruin pickleball for everyone. Yeah, I don't get it either. And oh God, asking Pastor Holy Whore about it. Are you out of your fucking mind? So you're going to ask Pastor Holy Whore his opinion, and you're going to take his opinion over everybody else's too, Giselle. Get out of here, you asshole. Like, what are you doing? You got balls, bitch, man. That dude drugged you the fuck up and down. Up and down Sesame Street. Made a whole clown out of you. Told everybody that this is a fake ass shit you're doing with all your fake ass relationships. That just seemed to never work out. I wonder fucking why. It's so crazy to me that the women that are going after this, like the Bassett's and the OSFOs, they don't have shit for marriages. And they were cheaters, okay? Causing all kinds of problems. Their friends that they bring are known fucking liars. And then they got to drink poor, I'm going to say poor Nneka, because she's also lying to us about her age. Thank you. I forget who is it? The other content creator. I love watching her. No, the Brooke Ashley. Guys, please. The Brooke Ashley. She is on YouTube. She loves Potomac, but she is in hate with us. She's in our okay. She loves it. I watch her because I'm like, yes, girl, yes, I get what you're saying. She's awesome. It's the Brooke Ashley, and I'm got Michelle. She's gonna come up. She can help me too, because she knows I'm mad. I know she's pissed because I'm pissed. Hello.
Hello, I'm laughing because you said I'm pissed because you're pissed. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed.
Floor is yours.
This is the thing. I have actually stopped. I'm not. I was actually trying to avoid calling in, but because I have not watched the show in the last two episodes. To be completely honest with you.
Okay.
And I'm sorry. Say it again.
No, go ahead. No, I mean, I understand. Like, just because of the way it's going.
Yeah, basically the way it's going, and then also. Okay, first of all, I've decided to just kind of step back because to watch these women go back and forth at each other, and to watch other housewives shows, other shows on Bravo, you see the actual chemistry and you see the formula that needs to be made or had or done. But it's like whoever is producing this show does not care. They don't give two fucks about it. And it's just like, if you don't care, why should I care? Am I echoing?
No, not at all. You're good.
Okay, good. It's why should I care if you don't care? And then secondly, I kind of lost my thought, but going back to something Mimi Ree said, like, I do feel like there needs to be a cast shakeup. I don't feel like I think last week or the week before last when we spoke, I said that I feel like it should be Candace and Wendy should just leave the show because I feel like they're trying to phase them out. I really don't feel like it's them. I feel like now it needs to be Giselle. It needs to be Giselle. Giselle needs to just go because somebody made me realize when Giselle is not around, when Giselle decides to go to bed early, everybody has a good time. Robin is around in the group. She's cool with Wendy, hugging on Wendy. Candace and Ashley are cool. Now, I'm not saying that Candace should fully trust Ashley, but I feel like if Ashley doesn't have someone also puppeteering her strings to be a little maniacal little devil, she's going to be limited. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ashley can make good TV. I remember the first two seasons. She got the party started. She was messy,
Yeah.
and I do like a bit of mess in my group, but I feel like it's Giselle. Like it's like because she doesn't get along with Wendy. Now, Robin can't get along with Wendy because Giselle doesn't get along with Candace. Robin
Right.
can't get along with Candace. And I'm just like, and so now a new girl comes in, and now we're puppeteer or we're making things happen,
Mhm.
so that I'm not even gonna put that on them. We're using Ashley to puppeteer a
Trash.
problem between the three of them or the two of them.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna fault Wendy in some of this situation. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna not fault Wendy in some of this situation because I do feel like there was conversations and the effect of NECA wanting to come on this show.
Yes.
Again, going back, I don't watch this show, but I watch a lot of reviewers. I'm still going to support my YouTubers that watch this show because I do want to know what's kind of going on, even if it makes me mad. It upsets me. I don't want to say upset, but yeah, it upsets me. But I know when to check out of the situation. Um,
Yeah.
but to watch them not care about this show like pisses me off, and so I just don't want to watch. Like I don't want to watch, and to hear y'all
See,
talk about it, and I'm actually kind of happy that y'all are saying I'm not like some of the YouTubers are saying they're about to fall back
me
on
too.
reviewing it.
I'm just gonna curse. I just it because I'm just so like you. I'm just angry that we're now on what episode 5, and there's no conflict resolution anymore. They're not.
None.
There's no way that Candace, Candace and Giselle needs to stop doubling down on what. Leave Candace alone, my friend, because what you did was atrocious. Her family's been affected. She said she's not talking to Candace because her family was affected.
I don't understand.
And
Your girls seem fine. They're about to leave you. Are you mad because your girls are leaving you? Who was affected? Jamal? Like I don't understand how she keeps saying her family was affected. Her feelings was affected. Her necks were affected. I hate doing that. I'm sorry, but
no,
that's right.
seriously.
You were like
Yeah,
your feelings were hurt, and instead of like taking ownership and saying maybe I saw it the wrong way. Maybe because I'm such a pretty woman. I mean, girl, be delusional and be truthful at the same time. Maybe because I'm such a beautiful woman, I just feel like men are always trying to push up on me or try to holler at me. And maybe I took it the wrong way, girl. I am so sorry. Like take ownership and move on because my thing is in real life with friendships and friend groups, there may be conflict, but if you want to keep continuing in the friend group, you need to find
yeah,
resolution. And if the one person that doesn't want to find resolution doesn't want to find resolution, girl, you could go. That's how I feel about it. Like you can go. And she's the only one that seems like does not want to find a resolution. Like like Karen was saying, again, I didn't watch it, but so I might be wrong in some of my words. Like Karen
no,
was telling her and Giselle, they were talking in the fact that, they can put their differences aside. And then I believe Karen made a mention of even her and Robin can put their own differences aside and be in the same circle, be in the same group, coexist. So I'm just like, so
yep,
why can't this 50-something-year-old woman, do this? Like, and you call yourself a Christian. That's the other thing with Giselle. You call yourself a Christian, a first wife, a first lady. You don't know the words that you don't understand, or you went to the mall of all people to get
yep.
clarification
Pastor
on
Holy
with a
Ghost,
Holy Ghost fire baptized. I'm like what? That man is an orator of the pulpit. Like he has used those words before. So I don't
yep.
understand what I don't like.
It just
I
makes
said
no
this
sense.
before, and I cannot remember what show I said this about. It's like I feel like you think the audience is slower or dumber or
Yeah,
dumb.
yes,
And
that's
we're a
exactly
lot
what it is.
smarter because we've been watching these shows and we watch multiple housewives shows. We watch multiple,
Mhm.
all different groups, all different races, all different social background. And that's another thing about Potomac. My gosh, today, the way they make these women look like, okay, I'm a black woman. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. I'm a black woman. And I like to see opulence, whether it's from white people, black people, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Asian. I want to see it. Like that's why I come to the Housewives. That's what the Housewives sold me on. So when I see Karen hosting a pickleball game and we have aluminum foil pans and like I'm just like, where's
Pickle.
the fully catered meal? Like, where are the
I
like
know.
cute little sliders on a nice plate? I want something different than what they're giving me.
I know.
Yeah, I want
It's
to see women build women up, not tear them down. Like I'm not here for what they're giving me, and that's why. And is it truly original? Is that who produces this again?
I don't know. It's got to be is it Evolution? It's there. It's
Evolution.
horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's gotta be. It's the one that it's horrible. Even with it, you would be angry, even more angry if you watched it. I mean, because Wendy's not doing herself anymore. Like Wendy is very educated. She's too educated to let this keep going on. Like it's sad to watch. Like she could have torn Wendy and Candace could have easily torn all these women right the hell down, right then and there, and shut them all the fuck up, and just
Mm-hmm.
said, "Look," but they're not. She's not, and it's like I don't understand what's happening. And I'm like, Candace, first of all, Candace and Wendy, I agree with you. They should either leave because they're still going. We have seen into the future. Remember, we know what Giselle has now done after filming. She hired this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. I believe that the one thing I do believe is that the fake mistress Chris Bassett was Giselle and them putting that woman up to it. I fully believe that because
Okay.
they're not stopping at all going after the Bassett's or the SFOs. It's obvious. And Bravo's not doing anything about it. And like Eddie, poor Eddie, I really and Wendy's also not shutting down the stupid Facebook thing. There's a whole Facebook thing with Ike, the husband, who is like a whole ass doctor trying to fight Eddie basically at pickleball. And
So
because
this
of
is
Facebook.
so this is my question about the Facebook thing. Who
Yeah.
presented the receipts of the following and the unfollowing? Because my question is, if it was Aneka, Aneka could have showed the picture of the following, unfollowed him herself, and then is that how it works? I really don't know how it works.
I honestly, no, I don't even at this point. If you say Wendy went to Eddie's Facebook and did it, which I think is what happened, right?
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know afterwards they did produce receipts like on Twitter or something. I don't really know, but I don't understand. Like they didn't get to the same college, but at different times.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, they knew each other. We can agree that, and I'm pretty sure it went like we said. She heard her, yeah. She heard her talking about her. Wendy's my friend. I'm gonna get on the show to cement her, as part of the show. There's a thing that comes out in the paper about them being Osu, whatever. I wouldn't want my name being talked about either. I look at this point. I don't know who's talking about me. You stop talking about me too, just in case. Don't use me to get on the show. I can see that happening with Wendy's mom, right? But
Yeah.
again, there's all this extra sauce, like we're saying, like Neck is making up all kinds of other crazy shit and then calling her a whole bitch and everything. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, she's gonna be a whole bitch. She's not. She's also apparently hired bots too to go after people. It's like she's acting crazy, and she's also she's also like 40, I think. She said something about being 35 or something, but and then she said her all of her 40 years or something. Like
So
it's a whole lot.
NECA is a lot. I do agree with Enda. I do agree, like, okay, a couple of things. One, I do agree of her. I think, are you talking about Lebe as her far
Leve's
as her not cleaning her as a friend?
Levy.
Because I would go ahead. I'm
I think
sorry.
it's her. Is it?
It's
It's
her
like
sister,
Levy and Ivy, or like they're sisters. Wendy and Mecca's sisters, I think.
right?
Like right,
Right.
and then there's like
Right. And
the
so her saying that that's not her friend, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Lebe and Ivy had a falling out, and so now she's just like, I don't have a sister, but well, I have stepsisters, but I don't have a. We're not close, but I don't have a sister. But I do understand if my best friend and her
yeah.
best friend have a falling out. I'm friends with her best friend. If my best friend falls out with her other best friend, I'm going to say, yeah, that's her friend. You know what I'm saying? That was her friend. Like,
But why
I
was
was
she
cool
at
with her through her. Hmm?
yeah, I understand that too. Why was she even at the baptism? Like,
Um,
they didn't really get falling out after that, I guess, and I think it's probably because of what happened on the show.
yeah, that
Like,
was about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. So I understand. I understand that because they would probably still be in each other's circle. We're making a TV
yeah,
show. Invite as many Nigerian folk as we can, so we can show that we are community here in Potomac. Because that was her first season, first or second, first season, right? or maybe
Yeah,
second.
but she didn't. She wanted to, but I don't think she wants to be the only Nigerian either. I think that's all horseshit.
I don't think she wants to be the only Nigerian. I do agree that NECA, I, if I'm not mistaken, I do agree that NECA wanted to get on the show. I do agree. I do agree that she would try to use her contacts or 6 degrees of separation from Wendy to use all possible contacts to get in with Wendy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Wendy wasn't wrong in just meeting with her or seeing about her, because what's wrong with having as many allies on this show as you possibly can? What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? I do. But what was being said behind the scenes, I don't know, because the text message, I don't know if you've seen the text messages or things that have come out that Wendy has, put out. Leve asking for contacts or contacts of her person that did her BBL, and I'm just like, I kind of like, you always reaching out to me for something, like you want something else. So now you're reaching out for me because your cousin-in-law or whomever she is wants to get on this show again. If anybody has joined this live, I haven't fully watched. I have just been watching my favorite YouTubers recap. So this is what I'm getting from it.
It's I'm lost with the whole. Honestly, I think that shit is just needs to stop. Like they were fine at the airport. They should have just been cool then, because apparently these two aren't fighting. The fight is not really between these two. You know what I mean? If it's in their family, why these two women should not even have this fight, because it's not their fight, really.
It's not. Yeah. And then also you're saying that you're not thinking about Wendy since you've been on the show. Your whole storyline is Wendy and NECA. Your whole storyline is Wendy. So what are you talking about?
Yep. Every time she's with her husband. And again, like Brooke Ashley, she pointed out, Wendy is not the one who's controlling her husband. Did you do like the way NECA spoke to her husband? She told him to shut up and shit. Told him to stop talking, shut up. And I don't think she wants to have a baby. I don't. I think she feels forced to have it. I feel like she said she felt pressured. First, she said she's 35. We think she's 40, because she kind of slipped. But whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not even like, if she feels pressured, I feel bad for her for that. I know how that, I can see how that's very like, I see a lot of them go through that, a lot of these women on the show. And at first I thought maybe she was trying to do that, maybe, but he's never home either. So it's like, I thought she was doing it because she's lonely. I don't know. Now I feel like as angry as she got, and you didn't see, but as angry as she got at the doctors, that I don't know what's happening. She also drinks, I think she's an alcoholic. I don't know. They're trying to say Karen's an alcoholic, but this one has to drink champagne first thing in the morning when she takes her prenatal vitamins, which we find out now this is the first time she's been to the doctor.
Grfoh needs to stay away from any conversation that implies that someone on the show is an alcoholic. That's my personal opinion. And my thing is production. You need I don't understand why production. From my understanding, watching Carlos King, he has said that he has stopped production and stepped in to a scene and told people you need to get real. You know what I'm saying? You need to get real, or whatever. So my thing is, why isn't production stopping? Like, we're not talking about people's alcoholism. We're not talking about people's drinking. Like, if you want to talk about somebody's drinking, what are you drinking? Like, we're not talking about that.
There's so much, and like, we're gonna talk about that. Like, we shouldn't be talking about that, but like, honestly, what about what happened with Juan? Let's talk about what's Juan going on within his life. Why did he get fired, friend? You know what I mean? Girl. Like, these women are deflecting their shit that's going on in real life from, like, and I like with NECA and I'm gonna call her Slobbin. She has one lunch. I'm telling you, one lunch with Slobbin, and that was it. She jumped ship, and I think that's crazy. And I call her husband Big Gun, NECA and Big Guns, because he acted like a whole fool. Like, well, you're a whole doctor. What are you doing? Like, so again, Happy Eddie, educated. Wendy, educated. NECA, educated. Husband, educated. Why are we acting like assholes?
Why are we acting like assholes?
Like, actually make me look like how we kind of see Bravo anyway. You're making us look like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's some shit going on. And, it should not be talked. I mean, there's a lot of shit that should not be being talked about. Like we said, like religion and all that. Like, this is just not. I don't know. Lies.
my
Lies.
my thing is there's a conversation to be had between Nneka and Wendy to get to the bottom of
Yes.
what is the issue. Let's not
There
talk
is
about my mom. Let's not talk about my mama praying for people because apparently my mama's prayers work. So let's not
none.
talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about our issues between one another. Like if not, if you feel threatened or in any way not safe or whatever to feel like somebody's coming towards you or coming at you, is your family not supposed to protect you at any cost? You know what I'm saying? Like that is what my mom is doing. We all she got, so she's gonna do that. So I feel like these are conversations that need to be had between them. But you have these other little, you have the Green Eyed Bandits, you have Slobyns, you have Trashley, you have Gizzard, you have all of these people in these girls' no, in Nneka's ear,
Yeah.
and it's just going to get worse. It's just going to get worse. And I go back to, if we kick Giselle out of the group, if we kick
Yes.
Giselle out of the group and make these girls have conversations, like we will get somewhere. We will get somewhere. Like you did it with you did it with Dorinda. You did it with Lisa Rinna. Well, I'm
Yes.
gonna take the Dorinda thing back. You did it with Lisa Rinna, and look what we have. We have a great season of the house of Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
But again, right now it's just like it's his slowly deteriorating, and I feel like the longer you keep Giselle here, and you know what, I don't even like the lady, but you can even bring in Sharice and let and let her and the grand dame like hash their issue out too. Like, but keep her a friend of. You don't have to make her
I know.
actual housewife, but get like just leave Giselle on the sideline is what I feel like.
I know. And this whole thing, okay, I gotta talk about me and Gordon because I am hella confused. I don't know what this
Um,
chick's talking about. Oh my god. They go to therapy. Okay. All right. So this is from what I understand. This is from what I understand. If anybody else can help me out, because I don't think anybody understands what the world she's talking about. They go to therapy, marriage therapy. Okay. Um,
mhm,
she talk, she's talking for him. Okay. She says first that she is scared that he's not retiring. She wants him to downsize, and she's upset because he's not retiring. He's not retiring. He's working too hard to expand their portfolio. Okay, what portfolio? He's fucking broke. He doesn't work. Okay,
mhm,
but so okay. She tells him how he was cut out of the family business. She never says why. Then she says that we know that they downsized, but we know there's no money. He laid on the couch for 3 months. That is what she said before. She complained about that. Then now he's apparently working too much and she wants him to retire. Okay. Then apparently they sold a business and the lawyer put the money in escrow till the paperwork was signed. Okay. I don't know what business she's talking about. I don't know what lawyer she's talking about. Then she says, she does the therapist is looking at her. Okay. Then she says the lawyer was not returning their calls. They started to get suspicious. Okay. All of a sudden they find out that the lawyer, we don't have a lawyer's name, thank God, because I what she says is awful. Um, the lawyer that apparently had the money from the business that was in escrow spent it, and they found out and they reported him to the bar. He got disbarred, and apparently he unalived himself over it. And this is what Mia's
mhm,
telling the therapist. And I'm like, huh? Who did what? First, I didn't know who did what. I'm like, wait a minute, a business. And then Gordon's not saying anything. She's looking at Gordon, but she's complaining that Gordon first. I don't know what portfolios there. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what business he sold. I don't know if she even knows what the fuck she's even talking about. I don't even know what she's even doing. I don't know what she's upset about. She's crying about it, and then it's like, wait a minute, I didn't even put two and two together. She doesn't tell anybody. This is the first we've heard of this. I don't
mhm,
understand. She has no money. I'm so upset. I'm like aggravated as hell because I'm like, why are you in therapy? You want him? She starts crying and she says, I think you should stop going after that money, Gordon. If it's going to make, how would our kids feel if somebody else unalived themselves over some money? We don't care about money. We don't need it. You need to retire. Crying. And then it's like, wait a minute, retired from what? He doesn't fucking work. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then again, the lawyer spent the money, like, so I'm like, you didn't go to the lawyer's office at one point and say, where's my effing money before you, I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was a partner that committed unalived themselves. I don't fucking know. But this is what she's saying. And she only tells Robin about it. And then it's like, oh my God. Like, did that even really happen? Because that would happen. That's what happened to Robin. Remember? That same thing happens to Robin.
Yes. And that, go ahead. I'm sorry. And now I was going to say, like, I'm sorry. No, the minute I heard that story, the first person I was like, isn't that Robin's story? Like, where am I at? Like, what are we doing? Like, what? The thing about Mia, she is such confusion that I really check out when she's on screen. Like, I watch to keep interacting with the story, but she is such confusion, and I don't know.
Yeah,
and I'm mad at whoever signed off on her to be on the show. Like, I really am mad. Like, I don't like, okay, I think I said this before. I appreciate her authenticity, but she lied too much. And so I don't know. I don't know what she's right. I don't know what she's giving me. And then you're telling Gordon, don't chase the money, Gordon. Because again, based on what my reviewers are telling me, don't chase the money, Gordon. But what we know right now is you're leaving Gordon for somebody else because you want to be with somebody else. And that has money that you have to he's trying to afford the lifestyle to make sure that's the other thing, Heifer. Your husband is trying to afford the lifestyle that you and your kids have been accustomed to this whole time. So him trying to chase the money is not him going off and unaliving himself. It's him proactively going out to make decisions and do things to take care of your family. But you're the one who's leaving out. She does believe her own lies, and she really does. And it's just like, you want us to believe them too. And like, she lives in a delusion. And again, I like my housewives delusional, but this right here is not fun to watch. She is
none.
She is stretched to capacity, and I can't with her.
She's calling him the nanny. I don't understand what business is. How come nobody's going, Mia, where is he working? What business? Nobody's asking these follow-up questions. I'm like screaming at the TV. What are you fucking talking about? I'm like,
I can almost promise you the minute him and you know what? Let's remember this day. I feel like the minute that divorce is done, the minute he divorces Mia, I feel like his family will bring him right back into the company.
Probably.
I feel like it's her. I feel like this is the character of her running the business on the show that they tried to sell to us. Because didn't she say that she ran the company or she was the CEO or something? But now
6 of them. Okay.
Girl.
Like, again, okay.
No,
like,
it's not Mimi. Everybody is suspicious. She is suspicious.
She is suspicious because, hello, what are you talking about? You said that he didn't work. You literally said she's the only one really. She's got to be making a decent amount of money on the show, right? This is what her 3rd season. What the fuck are you doing, bitch? Why are you doing it? Where your money should be up? I'm sorry, but I'm sure she probably makes a good $500,000 a season, right? I'm sure because they all make pretty money. I don't understand. Like, what? She's saying he's chasing the money and expand her portfolio. He's selling businesses that and the money gets stolen. Like, I don't understand. You can just say, if you want him to fucking retire, he said he wasn't only laid on the couch for 3 months. You got pissed off at him.
Right. Right. Which one is it?
Talking about?
I forgot about that. Yes. Which one is it?
Exactly. He did nothing. He was depressed. His family cut him out. But she never says to the therapist why we don't even know why yet. And he's trying to sell her on that he didn't do anything wrong. You thought I did. I probably would have thought you did too. And then maybe you find out it's her. That's why she don't want him to chase. First of all, if you're going to sue for the money that you got that I don't know, somebody got stolen from you, chase the money that apparently the company owes you. I'm confused. Can you even put him out? Something had to have happened illegally to really get him out of the company. Because maybe I'm confused on how that shit works, but to me it didn't make sense either. 4, 5, 6 shareholders, and this one did that. But I think they have also an legal reason too. Yeah, he was depressed. Well, okay, well then Then okay, now he's out been chasing. He hasn't stopped chasing the money. He's been out spending the portfolio. Like,
Right. He's back to the man that he used to be. And now you got a problem, girl. Which one is it? Is it because when he was depressed, it was easy for you to run around with that man? Girl, okay.
He's the nanny, remember? He's the nanny now, she says.
He's a,
I can't afford
right.
a nanny. He's the nanny.
Right.
He's in his goddamn pajamas taking the kids for a walk. The man is not working. Shut up. Like, you're a liar, Smitty. Man, and and if you're gonna accuse a lawyer of unaliving, I kind of need a name at this point. Because I don't believe
Reality
goddamn
connoisseur.
It's
I'm
kind
sorry.
of fucked up. Say that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Reality connoisseur. That's exactly what I think. Mia was spending money that wasn't hers, and that family figured out something needed to be done. Because my thing is that house that they was renting, and they put $20,000 or $40,000 in or something like that last season. Like, girl, you renting a house and you upgrading somebody else's house like that? What are we doing? Karen don't even do that.
And then you emphasized at 1,500 square feet. How the fuck do you feel now? You know what I mean? Like, you put 60,000 into I think she's lying. I mean, the 60,000 thing is getting me. We got Lisa with her $60,000, and this one puts the 60. I don't know. He's going after $500,000, but apparently it's not there. It's not there though. Lisa, he said that the guy stole it. Actually, yeah. I don't even think that's true. I don't think it's true. Why is he going along with it? It's got to be true. I mean,
well, the guy who unalived himself.
The lawyer that stole their money. He sold a business, stole the money.
It's hard to believe anything that comes out of this girl's mouth. Because even with the thing when she was crying about her son having individual learning the learning plan. Even when she was crying about that mess, I'm like, I don't believe you, because he might be on the honor roll and you got confused on that. Like, I just got, because like with Mia, it's just like she gets confused.
I was on the honor roll. I'm dyslexic, and I was on the honor roll, and they never called me slow.
Hello, like so, you just right.
Pick a storyline
with Mia. Is there anybody else on the show that we could talk about? I can't with Mia.
Yeah, like, I think I said this. I think I might have to join the crowd. I don't want to talk about it anymore, because like I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna curse, because I don't even understand what is happening. I don't know why Trashley gets to have this. I don't know what she's doing. First of all, have you seen her hair? I don't know if it's because it's summertime, but Trashley has these two ponytails here, then a ponytail back here, then some bangs down here. I'm like, Trashley, come on. It's like,
is that in real life, or that was on the show?
On the show. It's just she's got two ponytails here. She's got one back here, and she's got them crimped, and like I don't know. Maybe I wear my hair curly in the summertime too, but she's just got ponytails here and here and here. And then we had Robin, other confessionals. She's got like a figure skater. There's this figure skater look going on. I came with a couple other franchises, their confessionals. It must have been a thing where they have it looks like a figure skater in their confessional. I have to say though, Karen's confessional upgraded this week. Karen looks freaking amazing. Okay, Karen is she's a little off, because I think she doesn't know how to act anymore, because these women are just delusional. And I think Karen's like, I'm in DeluLu land, and I don't know how to get these women. Like, I just think Karen and Ray just want to play pickleball and move on with their life and try to have a couple good conversations. And I think she's lying to herself, or she's trying to get these women together, and she knows it's not going to happen. Because in real life, you can't forgive Slobyns. So why in the world would those other women forgive them? Because you have some pie thing with Slobyns, and we got to figure that out. But you want other people to trust. You want Candace to trust Giselle, and Giselle to trust Candace. You want, you can't trust Charisse, but Karen thinks these women should all be back together and be friends. I don't think she believes that for a second. I just think she needs to save the shit.
I think the thing with, okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm a grand dame supporter, so here I go. So I feel like when it comes to her trying to save relationships with the with the Robins and the Robins and the Giselles and the Wendy's and the Candaces, saving relationships on both sides. I feel like for her, it's really like a one-time offense. She did it once. Y'all were mad. Y'all were friends before. Y'all were mad. Y'all had y'all back and forth, and like, let's go ahead and move on from it. You see what I'm saying? But for Karen, she has gone. Ooh, I'm sorry. Hold on. With Karen, she has gone through this with them season after season after season after season, and I've forgiven you guys season after season after. Like, I'm coming after you, you coming after me, and we've moved past it. We've been able to coexist. You talk about my marriage, you talk about my husband's taxes, you talked about my living arrangement, you talked about my wig shifting, you talk about you want to talk about everything, and you want to tear it down to the ground. And anything that we talk about with you, Robin specifically, it's a blip. It literally is just like, that's it. That's done. Robin tried to fight Monique. The first season, Monique was on there. Nobody wanted to talk about that. Nobody wanted to discuss that or get into that. But okay.
I know. And then Giselle, I mean, none of it makes any sense. Giselle and Karen's relationship, I feel honestly like Karen, she's you're right about all of that. Like they have torn her down. And I'm proud of her and Ray for still, like, she looks amazing. She's trying with these women, but she knows that the show is going downhill. She's got to know.
I think she does. I think Wendy knows as well too. I honestly think Wendy knows it's going downhill, or her time is up. I don't want them to leave though. I really feel like she knows, because she has something going with her little her YouTube thing. I feel like it can be developed into something bigger. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They don't need the money either. Listen, those women don't need the show. They are fine. Wendy's still in the same great position she was when she started. Even better. You know what I'm saying? Candace is in a great position. They don't need the show either. Slobyns, Giselle, Trashley all need the show. They're educated. They have money. You know what I mean? They're fine. The other women, on the other hand, the ones that are deflecting from their loser lives, Giselle, Slobyns, Trashley, are so desperate because they have nothing without the show. They don't have husbands the husbands they have don't work. And Michael is a whole asshole who has his whole ass showing, and he's got the balls to sue Candace for fucking defamation, motherfucker. When you get caught with your whole asshole hanging out, like, get the fuck out of here. Telling people you want to suck people's D's. This dude is out of his mind. And Trashley's got balls to think, they're not freaking divorced. Of course not. Nothing has changed. They're in the same relationship they've always been in. Because I never believed that they had a real marriage anyway. So you fucking know everything about that lawsuit. You have all these other women going after Candace. It's crazy to me. And it's not drama. It's like dangerous. It's not even fun, like you said. I'm sitting here like telling them to fuck off. Like I'm angry. And I'm not, you know what I mean? And I'm just like watching it. And like there's, a lot of reasons to be angry with that show. And like I'm not the one to talk about it, but like I just can't believe that Bravo has not stepped in. I don't know. We're on episode 5, I think. This Wednesday, like last week, like I think you missed last week, but I just like I don't think I talked long about it. I was just like, I can't, like, this is just something's got to change, because we also know what's going to happen after, because we see into the future because they're filming, we're watching them contradict themselves. And then we know what's happened off camera during, because we are the ones who run the narrative for these people. Think about it. Would you go to CNN when you want to find out what's going on with the Housewives? Do you go to CNN, Fox? Do you go to your main feeds? No, you go to YouTube. You go to the podcast. Come to us. The people that run the narratives, we get no respect. They don't care about us. But I'm saying, like, Wendy could develop that, and Wendy wants to have a podcast or a talk show. I think she can do it. Like, why couldn't she? She's already been on like news. You know what I mean? Again, idea. This is YouTube turns into a real podcast. Like, she will get what she's looking for. Like I said, they also have the money. They don't really need the show anymore. I would love them to stay, because I'm not going to watch the other ones anymore. Because if we're not going to talk about what Juan got fired for and his fucking business and everything, the most interesting thing that's ever happened to this asshole, and we're not going to watch her Slobyns. We're not going to watch Slobyns and Juan, who doesn't care. We're not going to dig in. Like, Karen tried, Slobyns. Karen tried, and then Juan shut it down. Juan wants to show up at pickleball. He backed his something up. He backed his ass right up into that, and that food fell right over. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch it a couple of times. I mean, it was not, something's not right. It just, and yeah, I don't think that Bravo's doing this show no favors. Just like I feel like OC's OC went completely downhill. That was my favorite. OC disappointed me so badly. this
But you know
season.
what? You know what? For me, OC was better than the Housewives of Potomac this season.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
for me, but I agree with Lisa. Robin is the moneymaker now, so she can't lose this job. That's why Juan is showing up. That's the only reason why Juan is showing up. If And also, he won't have to come to the reunion because the husbands are not going to be coming to the reunion this season. You already kind of see that playing out because the husbands, well, no, I take that back. What's the guy's name? Eddie and Ike is his name. They have a little bit of a conflict, so they might be invited to the reunion this year. But I think he might be able to get away unscathed as far as having to come to the reunion
Yeah,
how they used to with all the husbands. Um,
yeah.
I do agree with, I think it was NW's, I can't remember who said it. The girls who have nothing to lose, and maybe you
Yeah.
said it too, the girls who have nothing to lose are the ones that are making this show unbearable to watch. They are making this show unbearable to watch. Now, again, you don't have to, I don't know why I want them to save Ashley. I don't know why to save Ashley. I don't
No,
know why. I know,
no.
I know, I know, I
Her
know,
husband,
I know.
her husband is going after Chris, is going after Candace. Think about it. Giselle hired, and then they went after him again. Trashley had Sesame Street at her house. You know what I'm saying? She's not good. She's on the dark side. They tried to
These
save her. Ashley,
housewives okay. Oh my gosh, I really
it's a,
that lawsuit has to go away. That
it's
lawsuit
not
has to
going.
go away.
What a
Oh
joke
my god,
show.
I'm so upset they won't throw it out. That lawsuit has to go away.
That is
Because
just as much.
there's too much evidence that shows that he is all those things that she said. And again, like I said, the last time I was here, you she said that during the pandemic, or we saw that after, like right around or before the pandemic. Everybody lost money, son. So what are you talking about? And from my understanding, most of your holdings are over in Africa. So what are you talking about, sir? What are you talking about?
Again, how do you not know it's from when you did? How do you know it's not from you saying that you want to S people's D when you're married and you want to clutch people's butts and stuff? How do we know that's not why you didn't lose money? You know what I'm saying? Prove it. like again, but the fact that
Okay,
you can sue anything you want makes me so angry, and that they have to defend it. And Chris is going to have to or Candace, I don't know how to defend it. But again, um, he's saying that Candace said something reckless out her mouth, that something that he said has made Michael lose business. Something that Candace said about Michael on camera made Michael lose business.
right.
Okay, friend. Your husband got caught with his whole white ass hanging out in some hooker's room.
Mhm.
He also told Ron he wanted to SSD. We find out that you hang out with him. You have a whole fucking breakdown on camera about him marrying Robin Slobyns. I'm here. I'm confused. I feel like I think what she was said we need to have Monique come back and show up, or maybe Larger said it. I need Monique to go get the camera footage for the basement because we know it there. We know that it's there. I know that's not the only place. There's no way in hell I'm going to believe that there was no cameras watching Michael did what he did. Okay, I need her to bring that to court for Candace because this is nuts. Like that has to go away. And like I said, if I were Candace, I would tell these producers, I'm not filming with her. That is his wife, and anything I say can be used against me. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Like again, I don't trust her. Exactly. He does again. If you want to be a weirdo, dude. But then don't accuse other people of making your business go downhill when you're a whole weirdo on camera. Look, I'm a weirdo too, but I'm not going to be doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do what you want to do, but don't sell us on your marriage at Trashley. Don't do not ever dress up in some weird ass sex costume on camera and sit on Michael's. Oh God, that scene. The one scene I've ever seen of them, she tried to do it in front of the camera. She was like trying to get. Oh my God, she dressed like something, and she got on his lap, and it was so hard to
Oh
watch
yeah,
and so cringy. How they have no chemistry at all. And I said, just say what it is. It's fine. You
they
had
were
an
at the.
arrangement.
Go ahead. I'm
You had
sorry.
an
Yeah.
It's obvious. But why is she doing his bidding for him now? Because she has nothing. She can't do anything without Michael. He's
Yeah,
done.
you said why is she doing the bidding for Michael, girl? Because she's still on payroll. She's still on payroll.
Exactly. So again, you're like a liability for me if I were
Yeah,
Candace. Like it's a liability for me to be around you because God damn it, you're going to sue any. Again, we don't have to go over it again. But it's like, man, I'd like to know who you're accusing of unaliving because that's sick. And I hope to God, I pray for that man's family that you even brought this up on camera, because if that's what you're saying is why you are getting, I don't understand if that's why they're getting divorced. I don't understand. You're telling Gordon to not go after something again, not to go through the lawsuit, which I don't understand who he's suing. I'm so lost, confused. I don't know who he's suing because apparently there's no money to sue for because the man spent it. So I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what she's even crying about. We know she's crying because the man's broke and she's got to go fucking start over. That's what she's really crying about. Be honest. You're a whole liar, Mia. That's why, like, I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. I'm not going to trust what her opinions of NECA are or Wendy because you're just a whole liar anyway.
I feel like I just want to address Madam Moselle. No worries, no worries. I just want to address Madam Moselle. I do feel like I'm starting to feel like it's a storyline. It's not a storyline or a story. I just feel like it's a joke. Like, to me, it's a joke. Like, everything that she may have said, I feel like has been backed up or shown on the show. Like, and if you lost money, like if you lost money, sir, like, let's look at the cameras of what has been shown of you. Like I don't think it's what she has said. Are you speaking about what she said on the show as far as your actual actions, or are you talking about what she said online on Twitter? Because if you mean to tell me that the investors that you work with went and saw Candace's tweets stop you from making money in the pandemic, sir. Get out of my face, Michael. I'm sorry. Get out of my face. Like, this is ridiculous.
All they have to do is just scroll a little bit down further and they're going to see his white ass hanging out. And another story about what he's done wrong. So it's like,
right.
Okay. Are you going to sue me now for reiterating what Michael's done?
Are you going to sue Robin for saying that you wanted to do things to Juan's be like? Are you going to sue Bravo for showing it? Like, how far back are we going to take this?
Like, we're going to go back all the way
if we're not going to blame you and your actions. If it's not you and your actions.
Because Juan's lawsuit, Juan's in trouble. So he's in the next courtroom over. We just got to have Juan come over, say real quick, I was offended, Michael. We have him come in. We have Monique bring the camera footage in that we know that she hid when he touched person's butts, allegedly, not allegedly, because it really did happen. But apparently it was the wrong cameraman and there was no cameras. And the only cameras that weren't, the only room in the entire mansion, Monique and Chris didn't have cameras in the basement, which again, I think that they got pulled into it. They protected him, not knowing how crude and weird he really is. And they probably really regret it. So I'm going to have them, we're going to have them come in with the camera footage that we know is somewhere. We're also going to have, like Juan come in from his courtroom and say, look, I've been offended. He wants to ask my D. So, that's the thing. And then maybe the camera guy that he shows up to and says, yeah, well, that's my butt right there. That is me. That's my butt on camera. And he touched it. I'm just saying. He doesn't, he's not stupid with his money. I don't know what his motive is to stay married to her. Because again, he didn't give a fuck about her. He done fucked her out of the money. So I don't know. It's because of what? I don't know. Like, me too. I too. And I don't blame her for not coming back either. Because again, she was invited back. They forget she just decided not to.
Right.
We could bring her back if we can get rid of other people. Because it's dangerous now to have Candace on the show. It's dangerous. I'm not Candace to have Trashley and her husband. It's dangerous to have Juan and Robin Slobyns because he's a whole weirdo. What he's done, again, Robin acts. She says, "I know Juan did the very right thing." So you're admitting that he did something. 1, 2, you know that he did whatever. You know the whole story because you're now saying for sure he did the right thing. So you need to tell that to a courtroom. So again, Robin, we know you married him probably, so you don't have to testify against him because you're whole admitting that Ron did the very right thing. He loved his guys. He says he loves his guys so much that you let somebody let somebody do what they did to them. Get the fuck out of here. He's a fucking clowns. Exactly. They're clowns. They're all clowns. It's DeluLu land. It's Real Housewives of DeluLu land. It's just like we need to have somebody make a parody of the episode because I can't even.
They don't have to parody this trash. They don't have to parody this trash because nothing about this is fun to me. Like all of this is not.
It's really, really bad, and it's exactly.
Okay, Lisa. Oh my gosh, Lisa. Oh my God, Lisa. Oh my God, girl. Yes. This right here, girl. Like I think about that. Sometimes I think about that. Like her boys, they see how their dad treats this woman. Like whatever. and they're probably really whatever with her as well. Like whatever, like that ish makes me mad because I know he probably trained or has taught them to be little misogynistic little assholes. Like I know, like and I feel like, and I also feel like Robin does not care because that is her tagline. I don't care. So you probably don't. You don't care what he says to your kids about how he should treat women, how they should treat women, and how they should move in this world as it relates to other people. Because you don't care.
And he says to him on camera, "Why didn't you sleep with her?" Like your kids are going to watch this one day. I'm sure they just think about too, like everything he's doing on camera and saying on camera too. Not only are they going to see what he's really done in real life and how he's really acted, how he's presented himself as a man and a husband and a coach and a you know what I'm saying? He's presented himself as this whole different person. His kids now are probably old enough now to know better. Exactly. They're seeing all of it. It's like really, really, really sad. And we're not even seeing them on camera. So who knows, like, because their scenes are set up. I can tell. Like, I think Robin and Juan's scenes are set up. They're set up for them to, talk about how everybody's saying, oh, they don't believe me and they make me look stupid. And he says, I don't care. He doesn't care how he makes anybody look. Again, he doesn't care about what makes Robin look, but he doesn't care what makes himself look either, Like, I don't care about the optics. The optics. He doesn't care about the optics. Your kids are
I do agree, Lisa.
Yep.
Your kids. I agree with this right here, Lisa, too.
Yeah.
Because she knows too much for him to be in a hurry to divorce her, and it could blow back on him.
I didn't think about that. You're right. You're absolutely.
I didn't think it, but yeah, I agree with that.
I'd like to know what Robin's parents think about all this too, because again, he was a part of allegedly, I don't want to say allegedly, but a very bad thing. And I don't know. And not only that, like he did not conduct himself as, a man that I want to, like, you know what I mean? It's sad. Her kid, like,
Robin,
she's letting all this get off the show. Please step away from the show.
Yeah, Robin's parents. I feel like Robin's parents probably feel like whatever makes their daughter happy, and then
I also think he came as a son. I think they think he's a real son too.
Yes, exactly, and they like the fact of the whole family being together, and you still living in the same house. So why not? I feel like it's all a little bit of old school in it of just keep the family together, and it's also they love Juan just as much as they love their daughter, and their daughter seems to be happy. But my question is my question is, do they know what's going on in the world as far as it relates to them? You know what I'm saying? Because they are older, so I don't know what gets to them. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it. He's not working. You know what I mean?
Something's wrong. Know that part.
We're not seeing her parents. We're not seeing her kids. It's a whole sad scene. It really is. It's like, and like they have to know what's going on. And I feel like you don't always agree with what your kid's done, right? You know what I mean? So I think no matter what Juan does too, they're gonna either not, they don't have to agree with what he did, but they'll probably always back him up. Again, I feel like even when they weren't married, like that's always been his parents, basically. I know that he lost his family growing, the way that from what I understand, he grew up with them as, being with Robin, and basically they've taken him since he was 18, since he was very young. So again, like maybe he has some, like, look, he's got issues. Okay. Like, let's look at it this way. I'll be nice about it. If you've got some issues, my friend, like take care of them, at least for your kids, or fake it for your kids. Figure out what is going on in your head. Do you not want to be married to this woman? If not, let her go. Like, let her go. Like, let her find somebody that's, she didn't even want to have a real wedding. It was so odd to me when she was acting like that. And I don't know if it was because she knew he really didn't want to I don't know. Like, I feel bad for her because it's like, that she cares, right? She's got to care, but she doesn't have respect for herself enough to say, look, motherfucker, you have done fuck me for the last time. Now you've made me look hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? He has consistently fucked her over in life. Unfortunately, maybe, the years that we were not there, I don't know, between the first time he, I guess he cheated on her, and then they lost that money, and then they tried to pick their life back up, and then they come on the show, and then she ends up screwing something up, and then he's out then screwing her over again. Like, you I don't know, like, why? It's just crazy. If that's who you want to be, then leave your poor wife out of it, leave Robin out of it, and your kid. Like, go be that person. You want to be with this Brie person so badly that you have to go and make the optics look horrible. Like, oh God. And you know that you see the kids are definitely going to watch all this, or who knows what they hear, at home. And I really think like her parents were so much more involved seasons prior. I really feel like they're probably on the same page we are basically. But again, like you can't control your grown kids either. you know, like you said, they see Robin happy. I don't think she's happy. How can she be? How can she be happy? Trapped, trapped. But she's making all
Yeah,
the money. Trapped,
yeah.
like trapped. Right? But she's making all the money at this point.
She's not trapped. She could get out there and, well, that's
I
easy to
just
say.
love it.
I don't feel like she's necessarily trapped. But fun fact about Robin, yeah, she and I are about 7 days apart in age, exactly 7 days apart. Um, and it's interesting that I somewhat understand Robin. She
Yeah.
makes me mad with some of the choices that she makes and the things that she allows to happen to herself. Like not allows to happen to herself, but allows other people to
Yeah.
do to her. Um, specifically wine. Um, I don't under like
It's a shame. It's a shame for her.
it's a shame. Like, and it's just like and it's a shame when you can see it and you can't see it for yourself. You see it
And
when
I think
for other people, but you can't see it for yourself. And with her keep constantly saying, "I don't care," it's like, Heffa, I know you care. Like
yes,
I know you care. Because my thing is, you're on this television show, and you know you have to hold up your man in this situation, and you know that things do not look good. The optics don't look
mhm,
great. Things keep getting ding, 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 and it all is really him. But you want to blame everybody on the outside for the ish that this man is doing to you
mhm.
because he keeps telling you that he don't care. Keeps giving you the vibe that he doesn't care, and
He
that's
said he
and,
loves
and that's what you have to give to the world, whatever he's given to you. And this man has told you in the past. We have seen in the past that this man has said he wants to do this life. He wants to be with somebody he actually loves. He wants to.
it.
He told you during the pandemic when you were going through your depression that
Yes.
seeing you
Get
like
out.
that was unattractive. Girl, girl, if you was able to stay in bed till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock during the pandemic, that was amazing. Not for like 3 months though, but still, like,
It's alone. Why was she
hmm,
depressed? Probably because he was out running around. I don't know.
yeah,
Like I
that part.
she, yeah, like without the show, she again, like you said, you understand her, like, but when we love and friend, like accept our friends, we tell them about themselves. Maybe not in public, but like I hope Giselle behind the scenes is like Robin, come on, man. Like I
She,
understand you gotta, like put up for him, it's your man, like, but your heart's breaking. And like Charisse cried. Charisse like, my heart breaks for you, Robin.
you know
And
what? I want to address something that End Up just said. How can you put his comment back up? I'm so sorry. End
yeah,
Up.
which one?
The very last thing, like you can see how uncomfortable she gets with the questions her friends ask. That's another thing I understand about her. That's another
Yes.
thing I understand about her because
Yeah.
not that I get uncomfortable with the questions somebody asks, but sometimes when things are brought to you that fluster you or you don't know how to react to, you don't know the questions to ask in that situation. And
Yeah.
sometimes it takes other people around you to ask the questions that you should have been like, oh, I should have asked that question. Oh, that's the question I really want to know the answer to. And so when she brought those questions to him, and she really wanted to know those questions, but she referenced
Yes.
it came from Giselle. She wanted to
Yep.
know those questions, but she referenced
Yep.
Giselle as the one asking those questions, and that made him mad. And so now all of a sudden, I don't care,
Yep.
girl. Like I like again, I understand some of Robin's actions. I
Yeah.
get some. I don't agree with her in certain things, but
She
and
needs
ain't
to
she an only
stop,
child? Like I understand Robin a lot,
but
and
she needs to
older
stop lying.
parents, all of that.
The
Go ahead.
deflection and going in on other people, I can do without that. Like we understand her and maybe like we could be on her side, but she needs to stop interacting with the people that are like going after, Bassett and stuff. Like I don't like her side that she's choosing. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe if you said like her and Giselle are not good for each other anymore because they look like clowns together. They act like that,
Hmm.
and it's not fun to watch anymore. It's not fun to watch Giselle double down on what. First of all, I don't know what happened between her and Juan. Juan probably did go up to her because apparently Juan doesn't care. Remember, so whatever happened between him and Giselle, I don't like Robin downplaying it either because it's like. If it really even happened, I don't know. Like I don't. Juan wasn't yelling. All of a sudden, now Juan has a hearing problem and he has to yell louder. Robin, we love get it. Like you said, we understand. I can like I can play devil's advocate and see her side of it and all. But again, stop going after her, stop deflecting, stop really. She's not going to be able. And again, they all confronted her on camera too. Because again, she knows that this is coming. She's got to know it's coming. It's a housewife show. Again, I'm sure Giselle set her up for it. Hey, we're gonna have to confront you on camera. I don't like that shit either. But again, what is she gonna say? Oh, I'm gonna leave him. She's not leaving him. She went and married him. What is she gonna say to them? Yes, we know. Again, we know that it makes her look horrible. The optics are awful. We don't understand the way when she had that interview with Andy. We were all like, wow, okay, Robin, you didn't even check the receipt. Okay, Robin. You know what I mean? And he's like, you put it behind the paywall, blah, blah, blah. Again, she's in a position. I never thought that. I didn't see him like this. I'm like such a horrible. I said I should be fired. Like I should not even be allowed to watch the show because I didn't see Sandoval being what happened with Sandoval on Vanderpump. I didn't see this like with Juan. I did not think that I don't know. I didn't think that he had this in him to fuck her over really badly again.
Wait, stop. You didn't think Juan had this in him to fuck her over?
I thought 17 years later that he had learned his lesson. I really do. Until everything started coming out, it shocked me that he's such a creeper and everything that, the way he's moving and acting and doubling down, whatever's happening with him. I just feel like, I know that he cheated when he was like younger and stuff, but like, I thought that he did learn his lesson. And then I realized, man, he's consistently fucked her over.
Yeah. I feel like Juan is faithful as his options, in my opinion. That's the type of dude he seems like to me. He's as faithful as the options that are before him. The way it looks to me, like I just feel like if there's an opportunity, he's going to take it. He might lay low for a little while because he understands it's a little hot right now. But this dude was chatting with these women, possibly because he was bored during the pandemic because you were always in the bed, and opportunity presented itself because old girl was in Maryland for whatever reason. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm like.
Passing it around. I honestly, the whole story was so weird. I don't know. Like she lost her wallet. The whole thing is so weird. I'm thinking to myself, well, you didn't tell Robin about it. It was so innocent. And it's the same girl. Like again, he was communicating with this chick that was supposedly sleeping with somebody else. She didn't call that dude to pay for her room. She calls Juan. Well, if it's so innocent, Juan, why didn't you say, Robin, take a ride with me? I got to go pay for this girl's room that I don't know. But then I talked to on chat. You know what I mean? And then like she wants to know, why are you with Bree? You all got fired. Why are you hanging out with Bree? I don't know if it was Bree got fired or
that's why he does get along so well with Michael Darby. They do their debauchery together. I feel like they do their debauchery together, and then they are able to get away and not tell anybody. Like they can like hold each other's secrets. But another thing about Robin is, girl, if you don't care about the state of your relationship and how your man treats you, why should we care about you being on the show in the relations of like working through your situations with these girls? Like, I just don't like, what are we doing here, Potomac? What are we doing here, Bravo? Like, this is one of those seasons. This is one of those seasons that would have been an old-ish moment to all the housewives. Because my thing is, to me, this season is one of those seasons where we recorded it, we watched the whole season, and we said, we're not even putting this out. Because this is like, this should have been like a thing where everybody was just like, Atlanta, y'all are on warning. Like we already talked about switching y'all up. Like y'all are on warning. All the other housewives, if y'all turn in a bad season because y'all don't want to get along or get through y'all's issues, we can scrap a season. It's no problem. We can replay The Devil Wears Prada. We got stuff on set. We Bravo, NBC, Universal. We got stuff. So I just don't understand why. Don't give me this. And my thing is, they can stop right now, and I would be okay with it. They can stop this show right now, this season, and be like, you know what? We hear you guys. We scrapped it. We're coming back
Yep.
next year with a whole new season, maybe a whole cast of new girls. Like, and I would be like, bravo, bravo, bravo. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And honestly, like, and that'd be a shame because I don't think that this all can be worked out. I really don't. I don't think Candace and Giselle, I don't think that these group of women, like you said, you got to scrap it because these issues are far deeper than this cotton candy stuff that besides NECA and Wendy. But like I said, NECA, Wendy, and Candace, they're really not doing it. NECA kind of is ruining her position by falling on that other sword or whatever it's called, picking the wrong hill, whatever. But like at this point, it's gone too far, and I don't think that these people, like, you're going to have to get rid of half of your cast or all of them because it's not. Nobody's ever going to be friends. They're not. I don't know why Candace thinks that. Giselle, again, Candace, she thinks she does want you to go away, and thank you for not going away. But you have not seen into the future yet, like we have. We saw the crystal ball. We know that she's going to go after her husband again. So I just hope, again, like, I think we have to, like you said, off with their heads because we did it with Brenna. Like, usually when we all decide something as like a collective, all of us about one of our shows, or these people, like, we kind of get what we want. You know what I mean? Like, we all, because again, like, we just have to, like, honestly, just, I'm going to stop talking. What can we do? What can we find something else for Wednesdays? What can we talk about for Wednesday? I could do freaking Salt Lake on Wednesday instead of doing them both on Friday.
Well, yes. So wait, let me ask you a quick question.
I'm dying to watch. Yes.
So let me ask you a quick question. How long have you been watching Potomac? Have you watched from the beginning or did you start mid-season, like mid?
Yeah, I start from the beginning. I watched all of them from the beginning.
So with Potomac, were you excited for the season to start?
I was excited. I was excited this season, but I wasn't excited last season. I wasn't excited the season before. It was like, I think it was season, what are we on? I forget. Whatever. I was 2 seasons ago when I started getting excited for the show. I was like, wow, I really like it was good. And then what happened last season, kind of, it was like, it went all downhill. I liked Trashley last season up until she was doubling down with Giselle at the end. Because I don't, that whole Chris Bassett thing, I just found very horrible, just really bad. It was so sickening to watch. And I couldn't understand what was happening. Like, I'm like, okay. And then this season, I wasn't excited. I just was, I don't know what I thought. Actually, no, I'm lying. I wasn't excited because I found, that's right, because the whole thing had happened with Chris. And I said, if they make this a storyline, I'm going to be so pissed off. But I know that they do. They make this whole fake mistress thing a thing. And I'm like, no, I wasn't excited, but I started at the first episode. I think I was like, okay, guys, it's like every week so far. I really wanted Giselle and Slobyns to go this season. I didn't want them to come back because I just thought it's starting to get to the point where it's like, and I did not think that Trashley was going to double down with Sesame Street Chick. Because like now you're got like these fat, like, I don't know. And I don't like I don't know who put that story out about Wendy's family, but I'm going to probably assume that it's one of those people because they don't stop at anything with them. You know what I mean? They have, Tasha K, tell her this. Oh, I said her name. You know what I'm saying? Millions of people had to see that. Millions of people are still going to watch that. It's going to be in their heads. They're going to see. They're going to say, "Oh, maybe it did." You know what I mean? People are still down whether he did it or not. Which, come on, people, he didn't do it. He's not stupid. He's not.
The thing
dumb.
about yeah, I agree. The thing about the Housewives, I'm excited to see I'm always going to be excited to see Housewives in Atlanta and Housewives of Potomac pop up back up on my screen. Or excited. But the thing that messes Potomac as well as Atlanta up for me is things that happen behind the scenes pop up on the blogs. And so I automatically roll my eyes on we're going back down this road again. And then because I remember a scene, I think it should be coming up in the next episode or two, where they were in like a fashion show and NECA did something behind Wendy's back or something like that. Don't remember exactly what it was. But and I remember thinking like, okay, so now they now the Nigerian girls don't like each other, like, so automatically, you want to see where it started from. You saw off the first 2 episodes what road we're going down. So I quickly fell out of favor, and I feel like that's the same thing that's happening with the rest of of the fans of this particular show. Like we're falling out of favor. And like we said before, they don't realize, but producers as well don't realize how smart your fans are. You have the same producer from the same show that was great years ago, but y'all are slowly failing. And the same thing is happening to Potomac. It's slowly failing. Like what? Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
How? 13 years. How? 13 years in production with these shows. How do you not understand us by now? And what, you know what I'm saying? How do you even let this be a topic of conversation? First of all, in politics, all that. Why? I know they live Potomac, but it's not like this is, I don't know, whatever. But again, these productions, they should know better. They pay attention to what happens in the blog. Like you said, we know what's happened. Again, like I say, we keep saying, I see into the future. We see into the future because by the time the shows air, we have known what's happened off a camera. We know that we're going to have to go through it again. We know what's already happened. So to watch them start out in a certain way, knowing what's coming, it's hard to even like believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that they're just filming and they don't know what's happened, but like, I don't, when I was watching Jersey last season, before filming even started, I knew that whole dinner, there was a whole conversation at lunch that happened. So then knowing that they all knew that as the season was watch them to try to be fake friends, try to make them all act like they're friends again, knowing what they all know in their heads. And it's like, they can't, and they're not bringing it up. And I'm like, this is horseshit. You guys you're liars. Like, we know what, you know what I mean? It's like, holy crap. Like, we know what's happening again, because the blogs. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. It might be bad for us watching it, but it's good because, again, it keeps them all relevant. It keeps us going with, it's like Sports Center to me, I guess, with us. It's 24/7. You don't go to like CNN to find out what's going on with Real Housewives of Salt Lake. You know what I mean? Where do you go? You go to all the blogs. I'm going to say blogs too, because I can't stop saying blogs. I don't know what else to call us anymore, or what we used to be, or social media. We are their news. You know what I mean? And if a lot of us, like, and I do, at some point, Bravo has to, I don't know if they don't have to listen to us, but again, if we get the numbers down, like, again, I think we are on board. Like, there's a lot of people. I keep watching, like, I didn't watch the a lot of recaps yet, but they're all like consistently where we're at. We're like, you're not going to let this horse shit happen when we got this other horse shit that we have to talk about, that we could talk about, this deflecting and all this shit. Where's Jason? Where'd he go? He's in one episode, Giselle? Like, come on, what are we doing here? Where's Jason at? Like, why aren't we into their lives? Because they don't have any.
You know what? I'm going to talk about the podcast, like the online, having access to what's going on while the show is recording, like, what we see online while the show is recording before we actually get to see the show. I know some people don't like it, but one of the best groups, or one of the best reality shows to ever do that was the freaking Kardashians. Like, things would go down in their life, and we literally waited for the show to come on so we could actually see what was going on with them. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like with Potomac specifically, like, we don't have interest, because it's almost like, oh, look at them. They now they've pitted Wendy and Mia against each other. Now Wendy and Mia don't get along because somebody threw a drink in their face. We know they don't like each other. Nobody on the cast likes each other. So why am I going to go to see them already argue and fight and be mad about some stuff that I don't even like? It's so minute in the bigger scheme of things. Like, like, give me a fight. Like, let me tell you something. When Sutton, I'm changing shows. When Sutton when Sutton was crying to Kyle, upset with Kyle, telling Kyle what was going on in her life, about the fact that her husband got a better job, and now she thought her son was going to leave, and now she's getting more child support. I'm just like, those are not big problems, Sutton. But on my reality TV show, I appreciated it. Like, it was hilarious to me. So, like,
problems to have, girlfriend.
Right. Those are the problems. Like, right. Those type of fights that are so like, girl, what? Like.
Rich people shit. I like to watch. It's the rich people shit that's happening.
The rich people shit. And I'm not trying to call Potomac a bunch of broke bitches. I'm not calling them that. I'm just saying these are a whole bunch of chicks that don't like each other.
No, they
and
don't.
they feel like they have to one up each other for whatever reason. And like, can I just have some girls that like to be around each other, that are getting to know each other? Like, I know people didn't like the Housewives of New York, but I felt like New York set us up for at least a good 5 seasons with these girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least something that they want to get to know each other and like each other and make this show work and make it work
Exactly.
with each other. Like, there's no, I want to make it work with you at all with like Giselle. She just wants to make it work with Robin. She doesn't care about the rest of them. I'm sorry. That's it.
You know? No, I'm serious. No, it's true. It's like, and then even if they do work it out, they're going to this, then they revert back. And it's like, okay, well, you just forgave it. Then how many times you're going to forgive each other? And then we got to talk, and then they bring it back up again. Same thing with like Jersey. I mean, let's say Mary Lops Blue, because we don't, I mean, I wish somebody would just call the courthouse in my county and find out if they've ever really got legally married. I'm just saying. Just saying. Again, why would you marry? Why? Okay, I had to do a spiritual marriage, Teresa. He didn't get a prenup, and the man's getting sued out of his asshole by the time he got married. So it would be, hey, babe, let's not legally get married. Let's do a spiritual marriage because I'm getting sued out of my asshole, and you have a lot to lose. No, he just marries her and puts her in LLC and all that crap. And yeah, and again, everything was fine with Jersey, right? Melissa, it wasn't Team Gorga and Team Judice until this asshole comes back in the picture, because we watched them on, Melissa and Teresa were getting along perfectly fine on Ultimate Girls Trip. They were finally acting like a freaking family until this jerk off comes around. And then now it's so toxic again. I even said I'm not watching it. I'm not covering it, which is sad for me because it was my favorite franchise because I live here. But it got so toxic that I cannot watch them. And plus, knowing what goes on, like we all know what goes on in real life, and I'll tell you everything that goes on in their real life and what you guys don't miss, because it's disgusting and it's really happening. And it's like, it's really, really, it's severing. It's not like you cannot come back from the things that he's doing. And it's like, for the show, I mean, come on, dude. You made it so you don't want to hang out with nobody. You don't like anybody on the cast. Okay, well, nobody's going to want to film with you. So why are you going to force it? And then we got to watch production force them all sit together like they do with everything else. So now what do we have? We have a bunch of franchises, right? With bitches that don't like each other, trust each other, forcing them to do these weird dinner things, themed dinners, forcing them to do those things, those question on whatever, those games, because they're not real friends hanging out because they don't all fucking like each other. And I'm talking about every franchise. They did it. Now they're all sitting down, getting drunk, playing a game that makes something happen, a game that makes people fight, because production is tired and they want to go home. So they're like, the only way to get these people to actually have real drama is to force them to do these I'm going to say class trips. These, let's go, make churn butter and pretend we're all friends. And then we're going to play games that make us not friends again. And then we have to, you know what I mean? It's not good. These people are not doing well. Like, the production is not, like, it's not Miami. Miami right now is great. Miami is like, it is the good. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, Lisa, I'm telling you, I love her. She's amazing.
And I love
Thank
Lisa
you.
too. I was like, I thought she was gonna call in at once. I'm just at least one time
trying to get her too. I'm trying to get her too.
Yeah, I want certain problems too, Lisa, and a nap.
Yeah,
So yeah, I get
exactly.
everything that you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're not bad problems to have, Sutton, please.
Okay.
Like, you know.
So just to go back to what you were saying about the whole Louis thing, and I really feel like it ties into every show that starts faltering or starts going downhill. Like, there's always one that their head is gassed up to the point that they feel like they're above the rest of everybody. And because they're above the rest of everybody, they have to always keep doing things to make sure that you stay down there. You can't come, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's take a hit, take a jab, become so offensive at the jab that you might have a response back to. You see what I'm saying? So, and my thing is, Teresa and Louis, why does it have to be drama? Exactly. But drama is one thing, just like vitriol and anger is another. Like, just mean spirited is another.
He's abusive narcissist that thought that he could put his eggs in the Bravo basket because he thinks he's better than everyone. All she is a grift to him. He's a fucking grifter. Fuck you, dude. You're a grifter. He came to dinner. He stalked her down. Okay. There doesn't have to be drama. You're right. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens. It's like cotton candy drama, we'll call it, like with Miami. It's not that serious what Larsa did. Larson's an asshole, but it's not that serious.
You know
You know what I
that's
mean?
serious.
Again, they get so rallied up for each other when something goes wrong in Miami. That's what we should be watching. And we should have these little stupid fights here, like Adriana makes everything about her. But no, we have Louis hiring, content creators to drag the fuck out of the cast before the show, before he's even with them. If he really wanted to be somebody, they liked him. Everybody fucking liked him when he came around at first because he's a likable guy at first because he's a fucking grifter.
That's, like you said, that's the grift. Yeah, that's the grift.
He presented himself well, but then guess what? All the shit came out and we still fucking forgave him. We still did. And then what's he do again? He fucks everybody over again. This motherfucker is a problem, okay? And nobody wants to watch it. Nobody wants to watch her, and she's not the queen of the show any longer because now you have to have cameras on her. Because if not, I don't know what's going to happen. He has put all his eggs in the Bravo basket, and he made himself her manager. She's on the goddamn house. She's on his business that he's getting sued out of his ass. I really hope they're not legally married. I really hope that they are not legally married for her sake, because she's just gotten everything back. He has severed every relationship in her life. So going on a show and listen, the filming of this season is bananas. Bananas. They're forcing them to be together. Louis and Teresa made it very, very clear that they don't want to fuck with anybody on the cast at the reunion. So why in the world are you going to force them to sit at dinner together? John Food is never going to sit down and have dinner with them. Listen, he called Teresa a has-been. She is a has-been. He called her drugs. He called her, it's so delusional. It's fucking, I said, I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to watch it because it makes me this angry. It's so sad to me because then, I want to watch OC now because I want to see what's going on with John Jansen. And I don't want to see Shannon being a drunk and an alcoholic over John Jansen. But now he's done hanging out with Jesus jugs. So if they're not filming, they should be.
Let me say, I never watched OC while her name was Alexis Bellino, right? Yeah. Or something like that. Yeah. I wasn't watching it when she was there. You don't like her?
I don't like, I liked her. No, she was okay. I didn't really think after she left, I didn't miss her. Then she was on Below Deck she was engaged to somebody else. Well, I don't know. She was all over him on Below Deck. She grossed me out. She acted really very disgusting on Below Deck on her episode. She was just there as a guest. And then after that, I didn't hear anything about her until now I hear she's going after John Jansen, which is Shannon's. So
hot take. I feel like this is a Married to Medicine playbook move from Alexis. I feel like her dating Shannon's ex is like an automatic, let's bring Alexis onto the show. Because anybody who watched Married to Medicine knows. Go ahead.
He's so private, according to Shannon. John's so private. Why is he dating fucking reality stars then, dumbass?
Right. And makes no does Alexis have money? Is Alexis money up? So that's another thing. I'm like,
well, there's another thing there. Her ex-husband has sued Heather, I think, or I'm sorry, Tamara and Shannon. Alexis' ex-husband sued Shannon before. It's free. I know they say they're not dating, but come on.
Yeah, I hope they're not. I really don't like John Jansen. I hope they're not dating. I don't even know Alexis. I hope they're not dating. I just don't like him.
This is what you called it. This is for her to get back on the show. She's desperate, I think. I don't think she has money I don't know, because apparently her ex-husband did. I don't know. A bunch of crap happened. I don't know if he had money or not, but she's got to be living off that. But she was with another guy that was a really good-looking younger guy. I don't see her going after somebody like John. I don't think he does have money. He might be comfortable, but it's weird.
It's comfortable. Yeah.
It's so private. Why is he hanging out with Alexis Bellino then? If they're just friends. Come on. Him and Shannon, according to him, were just friends that slept together too. All John did was drink with her. She would go to the bar with him and Taylor and Taylor's husband, and they sit at that bar and get drunk all night. And then he would fuck her, and that was it, John. So Shannon, she tried to present him as her boyfriend, but that's why she didn't want anybody talking about it, because she knew that he's saying to her, "Why are you telling everybody we're in a relationship?" I thought it was a whole relationship. Okay, he is like a Slade. Slade grosses me out. Do you remember Slade, the seventh housewife?
Yeah, I didn't watch during that time, but I remember him. Uh-huh.
He came on, he was with Joe, then he was with Lori, and then he was with somebody else, and then he ended up with the one he's with now, the one that was on the show. He is a whole, yeah, he is like a slave. You're right. God, she broke off her engagement after the mother passed. Yeah, he was hot. I see. I thought that he was annoyed with her. I thought because she was like all over. Remember how she was like all over him on the boat? Yeah. Yeah. Wait. What did it end up saying? Yeah, he has like, and like Alexis said that they're not dating or they are dating. Alexis confirmed it. Yeah, I literally saw it. Like somebody said they confirmed it, and then she said it wasn't true. But they're probably hanging out, whatever they call it these days. What do the kids call it these days? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's weird for them to hang out if they're not dating. You know what I'm saying? Unless
So
she's an alcoholic.
you said is Alexis and Shannon are they friends at all?
I don't think so.
Did you hear?
Alexis has not been around in a long time. I don't
Did
know
you hear?
what's. Let me
Go ahead. I'm
Google it.
sorry.
No, what were you
Did you
gonna say?
hear? What's the girl? Taylor's not coming back. They said she's not coming back.
Yeah, thank God. Listen, do you have an Instagram? I'm gonna send you a clip of. I'm gonna send you a link to something that
Yeah,
a
I
deep
believe
dive.
it's. Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe it's Earl_Michelle. Let me make sure.
yeah. I have who's sorry you on. I have it. I think it's linked in the thing because I have a feeling. I hate to say. Well, you know, I really don't like to say publicly, but she's on pills. She's the Bravo cameras did not do her any favors by showing her wino rants. You know, they wanted her to literally act better. They wanted her to go after Heather. There was a lot of things that didn't happen on OC that they could have went after Heather, but they were afraid to. So, you know, she pulls up some dumb but she's a drunk wino who does a pillhead. And listen, after you hear this link, I'm going to send you a link. After you hear what Russell's sister says and what they're doing, they're reopening his suicide, and it's going to be a murder investigation. So it's crazy.
Wait. Who is this
Yeah,
Russell related to? I'm sorry, because I've been seeing this story, but I don't know.
Taylor's ex-husband that committed unalived himself, Taylor
Oh,
Armstrong. She was on
okay,
a
okay.
show in the very beginning, yeah, and she accused him. I don't know. She accused him of like abuse and stuff, and I'm not gonna say anything. I want you
Oh,
to just
got you.
listen to
I
the
got
link.
you. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's. I'm gonna have to give you a trigger warning with it too, but
okay.
you'll see why, and it'll explain why she's the way she is and why she's a mess. Because, look, if you have to look at your daughter in the eyes every day, I'd have to get drunk too. If you got to sleep at night with yourself, I'd have to be drunk too. That's just
Yeah.
what I'm saying, and it sounds cold, but yeah, I'll send you the clip too. I'll send you a clip.
So yeah, I agree, Mimi Reed. I actually enjoyed Taylor on OC.
I
I
did in the
really did enjoy it.
beginning.
I didn't mind her. Like the thing about OC, I enjoyed this past season of OC. I know people didn't really care for it, but again, I like when girls have relationships outside of just sitting on this show, because
Yeah,
I've sat and watched the Atlanta Housewives. I sat and watched Potomac Housewives, and it's just like it just has become so not fun to me anymore. Like it's so not fun. Like I need these girls to have, like
yeah,
we said something about that they don't have anything to lose. Like, do you want to lose a friendship over this show? Like even if it's like an allyship just to be on this show, like somebody that you're close to that you can turn to that understands you. Like they don't have, like some these girls don't have that.
I know.
And and the fact that they had it, as far as the OC girls, they have it as well. I want to go back to one thing about the Louis thing. I was trying to get back at. So I feel like the Louis and Teresa's and the Nene when she was there, and the Giselles of it all. They need to look at the Dorindas and the Vickies of the world. Well, Lisa's left, but she has to come back. But specifically the two of them, like they have left, like whether it was on a high for them, but they have left. And even for Vicky specifically, she thought that was her show, and she had to
Yeah,
go leave and to come back and realize, no, it's an ensemble, bitch. You're not what makes this show great. You left and this show kept going. Now I granted it wasn't great. It wasn't great, but it kept going. And it's not about just you, it's the freaking ensemble. And I feel like with the Giselles of it all, and even the Teresas of it all, maybe they have to like get knocked down a peg for just one season to show like this show will continue without you. Like we got better ratings when you were gone than when you were here. Just my 2 cents.
I was sending that clip. I just want to get like a trigger warning before you listen to it.
Mhm.
It is a 911 call, and you hear like her crying and stuff. So just
Mhm.
the 911 call that happens directly after they find. Did you said your what's your? Do you don't have to tell me your Instagram? You can put it privately if you
I
want.
sent it in the chat. Did you see it in the
Oh
StreamYard
no,
chat?
I see it. Yeah, I got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'll find you on there. But yeah, it's. I agree with you too. Like I just right now, like if you any of the franchises, like which if you had to choose your favorite at this point, not your favorite, but like the one that you're like most excited about, would probably be Miami, right? Or now, do you watch Miami?
Oh yeah, I watched just about all of them, I believe.
Sometimes so
Yeah,
like they
and
even think,
I agree with that. Like they knew you have to stay quiet to come back to you can't burn the bridge if you want to come back over to the island. You can't burn the bridge. That's what Vicky and Dorinda did. Some
yes,
of the other girls don't know how to do that. Yeah,
and
I'm
Dorinda
mhm.
too. Dorinda acted crazy on the Ultimate Girls Trip, but I enjoyed that. I actually
Yeah,
enjoyed even Taylor on the Ultimate Girls Trip. That's where I think that they should stay at. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because that was kind of enjoying. It was again, it wasn't any major drama, and I feel like those women, the ones that are causing a lot of problems for us now, maybe just take them out of it and make them on Ultimate Girls Trip, because again, that kind of they don't have the same kind of drama with those women. You know what I mean? So they don't have past with them. They don't have issues. They don't have to
yeah.
like, oh, we've been on a cast with you for 5 years. I don't like you now. You know what I mean? So they
Yeah,
form new
I
friends.
agree.
It's exciting again to watch. It's like watching
Yeah.
our housewives start over.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I do feel like maybe you need to pluck some of these girls out for a season or two, and then send them on a little vacation for the ultimate girls trip. And if you
Keep them there.
maybe we'll bring you back, but you're still up on the deck and you're being shuffled, and we could call you at any moment. So be ready. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
um,
I think Dorinda
but you
did. Dorinda,
go ahead.
mhm.
I'm sorry. No,
I
but
think Dorinda
about the
was
Renda,
herself.
the thing about the Renda, she did do a Dorinda. Like she did go a little kooky, a little crazy on the Ultimate Girls Trip. But the thing about the Renda is just like, well, that's the Renda at this point. Like at this
Yeah,
point, like
yeah.
she did it with Tinsley. Like we do see Dorinda, please stop drinking so much. Dorinda, you need to go to therapy, sweetheart. Like, but like we love her.
Mhm.
We love
Whatever
her.
else. Yeah, it was eight
But
o'clock in
you
the morning. She's getting her hair done at 8 in the morning, right? And you see her. She didn't drink a beer, but she did. She was doing something, and literally by an hour later, she was plastered. And I'm like, Dorinda, you're not drinking that early, so you're taking pills or something,
right,
because she went cuckoo white. Kind of, I
either you
didn't
would
like her.
you still go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
It was funny to watch her scream. I didn't like she was screaming at Vicky, screaming at Tamara, not making sense and stuff. And it's like, okay, like it's okay, it's funny and all, but like hopefully she doesn't have a real problem. You know what I mean?
But
But
yeah.
like I think them girls out, but I don't think bring them back, because the ones that we've brought back from Ultimate Girls Trip are failing, like Taylor and Brandy. Like we thought that we could bring them back, and then look what happens.
I
I
don't
think they get,
mind Taylor. I don't
huh?
mind Taylor. I said I don't mind Taylor. Like, is it real? Like, I don't. Maybe I'm missing something as far as her drinking
Yeah,
and stuff. But I don't
yeah,
mind Taylor. I do feel like maybe. I mean, she'll be a person for Shannon that's there, and that maybe that. See, I feel like that's a storyline. Her drinking buddy Shannon and Taylor. No, drinking buddy Shannon and Taylor can't drink like that anymore because Shannon has to kind of sober up because she got in a DUI. Like, like so. I feel like, but again, I'm not a producer. I don't know.
but we are
But you were
though.
asking me something about Miami, or do I like Miami or watch Miami?
Because I feel like Miami is right now, they are still kind of all friends. You know what I mean? They haven't hurt each other too badly, except maybe for Marisol and like Adriana. But like, I feel like they still care about each other when something bad happens. Like they rallied
Yeah,
around Lisa, they're rallying around Gertie. There's a little bit of Larsa crap going on, but without
yeah,
Larsa, like, what do they call her? The multiplier. Larsa basically is and Lisa or that show right now. I think you know what I mean. And I'm starting to
yeah.
really enjoy. I just hope it stays like that. And I'm like trying to think. I'm going through. I'm enjoying Beverly Hills. I'm just really mad at Kyle and Mauricio for acting like we're I don't know, stupid or something. I
Like
think I
we're
just told
dumb,
you.
right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can tell you, like I tell you all the stuff that like Dana has in her vault, but she tells us all, and it's fucking wild, and it's all
About
true.
Taylor, or about Taylor, about Kyle.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you that link real quick. I
Okay.
found nothing. And like the stuff about Mauricio, he's had a love child. He has a whole love child, and that's why she's really pissed at this time.
Oh,
Yeah, he's been cheating on her
have
with
a
this.
good day, End Up. I'm sorry, I see End Up about to leave. Have a good day, End Up.
Oh yeah, no, we're going on for it's almost 2 hours. I can't see when you come on. I don't realize how much time goes by.
I know, right? I
Like
gotta leave. Okay.
I know I have to pay too. I was like, but I think next Wednesday now from now on it's going to be Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and then Fridays will be Beverly Hills, and Monday will be Miami for now. Because you know what,
Oh, so you're gonna drop Potomac all together?
we're gonna pause
Good for you.
Potomac unless you guys want to.
Okay.
We can do it. Not well. Should we give them another? I don't know. Let's watch another episode and see. But I don't feel like it's not doing us any good to talk about it. Really, it's just kind of
No,
like we know it's sick. We're not getting anywhere. We feel the same way. It's not getting resolved. I'm not forgiving anyone. I'm unforgiving at this point.
I would just say if my favorite YouTubers, and you included, review it, I'll watch it just to keep up and like support. But as far as
I don't think like I thought, oh,
no,
I'll watch somebody else recaps it. Nobody else wants to do it really either.
right? Nobody else wants to do it. And again, I will support y'all if y'all don't want to do it. Again, I just feel like they need to actually learn their lesson at this point because we sat through Atlanta. We sat through Atlanta, and there was
Exactly.
some highs and some lows in Atlanta. But this right here, no, I'm not sitting through this. I refuse. Because even when I was thinking about calling you earlier today, I was like, should I watch this episode? So I have a point of reference, but I was like, nope, I'm not. I refuse. I'm just gonna have to support Chris on the sidelines. But I couldn't hold my tongue anymore, so I just called.
I know. I was me either. I was sitting there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do things at once. Okay.
No worries.
Oh, you have to accept my invitation, then I can send it to you. But see, it's like it is good to know that all that like side stuff, but then like watch it because then now it makes it. Now I can understand what Kyle's doing. I mean, allegedly Morgan is her half sister. Allegedly his love child is with Elsa Jean. She had it maybe I think February of 2021 or 2022. What year are we in? 23. Wow, I think she had the baby and allegedly. Brandy's her best friend. Brandy's the one who started this all to begin with, but he's been doing it for he's bad. He's not a good guy. He's not that Mauricio. I thought he was the hottest dude on TV on Bravo. I really did. I was like, I thought he was the best husband. I thought that Kyle had it really good with him. And then to come to find out, he's real weird, dude. He's very weird. I could send you other stuff about what people have said about him if you'd want to hear it, but it's like the people that he's had affairs with. He sleeps.
Oh, well, who's Mo has?
Yeah, they're hookers, and the things that he asks for are so weird and disgusting, and just very strange. Just not. Oh God, I don't understand like why Kyle allowed. I don't know. Like I don't know what happened with Kyle, but yeah. I'm just mad. It's like she's known about this for so long. This is the end for her, though. I mean, this I think went too far. Him having a love child, allegedly. Let me say allegedly, but like, let's not make this a story. Let's dig more into this. I don't know, but I got to pay.
I mean, I do agree. You have to put some truth to it, but maybe she's trying to protect her kids. I don't know if that's something. Maybe trying to protect her kids and him in the long run because they are still a family, and that's why she doesn't want to put it out there or put it out. But like, if that is the truth, if that is the case, I'm just like, girl. I mean, he has to. Is he not owning up to his child? Because if he's owning up to his child,
he's trying to hide it. But they've been trying to hide it very well. But I mean, it's come up a lot, and I don't think the people that are talking about it are lying. I feel like this is all going to come out maybe towards the end. But yeah, that I'm going to throw up. I can't even think about it. But yeah. But thank you for coming up. I'm going to go pee but I'm going to watch. I tried to do Salt Lake City like live reactions on Instagram, it didn't really work out that well. So I'm gonna have to I want to set Instagram live up event like when I do this too, but
Mm-hmm.
it was funny watching it because I guess I probably shouldn't do that because I curse a lot watching it, but yeah, I'm gonna watch it now and then yeah, next Wednesday. Well, I guess I'll talk about it Friday this week. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
we
think.
gotta
Wait, did it go through as far as when you sent on the Instagram? Because I don't
it
see it.
worked, but it
Okay.
was like I went live and Larja said you're live. Larja was with me and I couldn't tell. Nobody was coming up, I didn't think. I guess well, I don't have any friends. I don't know. I couldn't tell. I never did it before. First, it's weird. I've never done Instagram live. I
Mm-hmm.
just barely figured out how to use StreamYard. Like I've been doing this for 3 years and I just figured out how to like do other stuff on here. I knew how to get in and get out. Like I'm old, I feel.
That's how I
Like I
feel
don't
too with Instagram specifically. I'm just like, how do I Instagram and TikTok? I'm just like, how do I I just
yes.
browse through. I just scroll. I don't try to do anything extra, just scroll.
Exactly. It's a lot of stuff. I think Mimir, are you in Dana's Patreon or do you just yeah? He is a father figure to her too. I know. Thank you about that. I know. It freaks me the fuck out.
But
He
yeah,
just
I'll
makes
check it out for sure.
I was grossed out by him, and I'm grossed out by him too. But yeah, all right, guys. Well, I'll see you
That's
guys on
messed up
Friday.
because I used to love Mo. Like Mo was like my favorite husband on the Housewives. So the fact that now it's just like womp womp womp.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Exactly. It's like, oh man, like you're a weirdo too. Like, listen, I'm a weirdo too, but listen, I don't need to hear. I don't know if that's your thing. Then why are you married? It just makes me mad. Like, don't bring your poor
Yeah,
wife out.
yeah.
But
Okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna let you go now.
me too. I'll let you all go too.
All
And
right.
thank you. And please don't watch from the bushes. Come up and join us. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining. Everybody watching. I know this is like I'm gonna try to put it on pause. I would rather really talk about Salt Lake because you guys have all watched it. And I'm excited now. I'm gonna go watch it. I don't watch them until I get done the one show because then if not, then I want to be talking about that show. But yeah, but Tim's gonna have to go on pause because all I did was curse this time, and I'm gonna get in trouble for it. But I love all you guys, and you guys are all. Are we all friends? We're all friends, right? I think I sent you the video. Mimi, or I'm sorry, Rad, if you want it, let me know. Anybody else wants to let me know. And I will see you guys on Friday for Salt Lake, Beverly Hills. And my eye will look better. It still looks weird, doesn't it? All right, love you guys. Bye. Love you. Don't